now, the Moon Boys are absolutely dripping with sweat and other liquids as Bitcoin, along with the stock market, dive extremely fast to the dumpy side. But the reason for this ginormous cheek splitting of the Moon Boys is even bigger than you think. I'm your host, and yes, I am wearing the same the same shirt as yesterday. But most importantly, as we discussed in our video, May 2nd, just a few days ago, Bitcoin was most likely entering a massive bull trap. But the big question now is, will this actually play out exactly as we talked about in that video 3 days ago? Or is something much different actually happening? So get to the new channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn on those ghost notifications to make these absolutely time-sensitive alerts as well. If you're interested in any deals or bonuses, if you're interested in trading and maybe shorting this market, which seems to be the only way to make money these days, make sure to check out the links below. Always practice always practice risk management. And as I have one Instagram and one Twitter, and they're both in the description below. All the other ones are fake accounts. Without any further ado, let's absolutely get dumped on. Big, so lots going on today. Finally, a little bit of volatility, but I'm going to talk about why I'm not convinced just yet and a little bit underwhelmed still. This dump so far, my goodness, I really hope. Well, let's just get into it. So in this video, I'm not going to play any clips. Go back. The entire video is about a potential bull trap. This was not my last video, but the one before that video, posted 3 days ago. And so far, again, I would say actually we have not seen a total follow through. I'm honestly still a little bit bored with this price action. We had like a $2,000 dump, and it's just hopefully it continues to hopefully get some volatility back in the market. And my opinion, basically this entire video is still my opinion now, whichever way we have a bigger move first, I think ultimately it will swing the other way. So, if we would have had a breakout first to above 41, 42 plus thousand, I think most likely the trend will continue down. And if we have this breakout first towards the downside, I actually think of that more as a more bullish move. Very rarely are initial breakouts after such sideways consolidation, very rarely are the initial breakouts the actual trend continuation direction. Meaning, say we trade sideways for months and months and months, which at this point we've been trading sideways for like 6 months. Realistically, I mean dumping and trading sideways, just basically no pumping. Usually the first mini move that we have on a macro scale, so 5-10+% one direction, usually that's not the way it ends up following through. It usually does swing the opposite. And again, it's kind of exactly why a lot of people get faked out, because they see one little breakout, for example, what we talked about yesterday and what everyone was talking about yesterday here, right? This absolutely itsy bitsy little breakout right here. And you think, oh man, this is the breakout. And basically you can guarantee most of the time that, okay, well, we're going to at least get a back test or absolutely collapse the other way. And so far we have, but as you can see, I haven't moved these lines since yesterday. Not that much. I mean, we're still even within this, which to me, again, is a little boring. I would like to see it dump a little bit more or pump a little bit more, but I think honestly dumping is the direction, which again is what we talked about this entire video. But yeah, Dow plunges 1,000 points today, wiping out Wednesday's surge. Jerome Powell helped reassure investors yesterday, saying future rate hikes larger than 50 basis points are not something the Fed is considering, leading to a bullish surge. And major indices grew around 3% and had S&P and Dow had their best days in nearly 2 years. So yesterday was pretty big for the stock market, right? You can see the decent big green candle right there. But investors woke up with a huge binge trading hangover, and markets capitulated into the red as they further digested Fed news. Mainly, as soon as the stock market opened and started dumping, so did Bitcoin. Let's sum it up that way, because that's what happened. Dow dropped 1,000 points, or 3%. S&P fell 3.3%, and the Nasdaq Composite tumbled almost 5%. And real quick as well, Bitcoin falls towards 38K as stocks abandon the Fed reactionary rally. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq see substantial losses on the day as Fed-induced gains evaporate. And it came courtesy of the U.S. stock market, which opened with volatility after posting those short-lived gains. And yeah, so basically, it's just dumping massively there. Absolutely very clear dumpage for the Moon Boys, with the SPX, the stock market, Bitcoin falling, and the DXY now getting closer and closer to reaching its highest level in 2 decades at 104. It topped out, you can actually just zoom in and get the exact... Yeah, a little under 104. So this is going to be big, and that'll absolutely guarantee the highest level because it did top out at 103 back in 2016. But if it hit 104, that would be a very big round even number that absolutely guarantees that that's, without an argument of doubt, you know, the highest has been in 2 decades. But yeah, with Bitcoin here, I'm not convinced. I mean, I would love to see this break down more. We got a rejection off the 21-day moving average. But, and again, this potential bear flag, again, absolutely something to watch. It is below this trend line now. The lows that it would have to go below to make a lower low here would be right around 34.2. So a breach of 34,000 is going to be big if we get that. And that's, to sum it up, that's what I'm watching for any excitement. I find this price action boring to the upside and downside. To the downside, if it breaks 34,000, that would get exciting. To the upside, I mean, have we even broken 40K recently? Well, we don't really have to worry about that because it doesn't look like we're about to see an upside move today. So yeah, so for the downside, 34K is really what we're looking for. And as well, it's just very critical to watch to see if we get follow through. Hopefully we can see some weekend price action as well, maybe some dumpage to finally reset, get some volatility back in the market so we can pick a direction one way or the other. And again, if you look on this weekly chart, volume is still abysmal. It's been going down for the past year and a half. So really, most important thing I think to watch right now is to see if the DXY reaches that 104, and it looks like it will. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn on those ghost notifications so you never miss these absolutely time-sensitive alerts. As well, if you guys are interested in any deals, bonuses, staking your ADA, trading, getting altcoins, make sure to check out all the links below. Yeah, I see a lot more people talking about trading lately, so if you're interested in doing that, feel free to check out the links below. It is fun, but yeah, I mean, you don't see anyone talking about holding right now, right? You don't see the biggest channels saying, oh, just hold your Bitcoin like 6 months ago. Although I am long-term, obviously, my bigger positions, absolutely, Bitcoin and Ethereum. But, oh, I have one Twitter and one Instagram, and those are my only accounts in the description below. Yeah, without any further ado, sweet.